Hey viewers, you're watching The Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. In a surprising twist to the ongoing TikTok saga, US President Donald Trump hinted this week that a deal may have been reached between the United States and China. One that could allow TikTok to continue operating in the American market. This development comes just days before the September 17 deadline, which had been set for TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to divest its US assets or face a potential ban. Although Donald Trump didn't directly name TikTok in his statement, he posted on Truth Social that a deal had been struck involving a company young people in our country very much wanted to save. He also mentioned an upcoming conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping and said recent trade talks between the two nations in Europe had gone very well. However, as of now, there has been no official confirmation from Beijing regarding a final agreement. All these comments followed high-level trade negotiations between US and Chinese officials held in Madrid. While the primary focus of the talks was on tariffs and technology policy, the future of TikTok was a significant part of the agenda. The US remains TikTok's largest market, and American officials have been pressuring ByteDance to sell its US operations, citing national security concerns. The fear is that American user data could be accessed by the Chinese government, something ByteDance has repeatedly denied. Speaking to the media, US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trade Representative Jamieson Greer explained that China had demanded substantial trade concessions in exchange for cooperation on the TikTok issue. Bessent described China's stance as very aggressive but made it clear that national security would not be compromised for the sake of a popular app. Still, he noted that both the nations were very close to resolving the issue and emphasized that whether or not TikTok is included in the final deal, the broader US-China relationship remains stable at the highest levels. This marks the fourth round of bilateral trade talks in just 4 months, highlighting the urgency on both the sides. Beyond TikTok, the talks also touched on calls by the US for its allies to impose higher tariffs on Chinese imports, particularly in response to China's continued purchase of oil from Russia. Even India has faced pressure over the issue, which has ironically led to some thawing in India-China relations. From China's perspective, any forced sales of TikToks is viewed as a dangerous precedent. According to analysts, agreeing to divest TikTok could open the door to similar demands on other Chinese-owned companies operating globally. Chinese Foreign Ministry offered no view updates, maintaining its long-standing position, while regulators there launched a preliminary investigation into US chipmaker NVIDIA, a move widely seen as a countermeasure. Meanwhile, TikTok's popularity in the US makes any decision politically sensitive. With 170 million American users, banning the app could have major implications, especially among younger demographics. Reports also suggest that TikTok is already working on a US-only version of the platform that is designed to comply with national security guidelines. According to the sources, a sale agreement may already be in place. While the official deadline remains September 17, there is growing speculation that it could be pushed yet again. Since the start of the year, the deadline has already been extended 3 times, that is first to April, then June, and now September. Whether this will be the final delay remains to be seen, as both the sides navigate sensitive political and economic pressures. A compromise seems more likely than a full shutdown. But with negotiations still ongoing and no formal announcement yet, the fate of TikTok in the United States is still very much undecided. That's all for now. Stay tuned to The Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.